Good afternoon, or good evening, or good morning, wherever you may be. And a bit of a disclaimer about something that has been paramount in my mind and heart over the last, 8 months, almost 9 now. The National MS Society is a collective of passionate individuals who want to do something about MS now, to move together towards a world free of multiple sclerosis. Multiple sclerosis is comprised of unpredictable and often disabling flare ups of the central nervous system. Such flare ups disrupt the flow of information within the brain and between the brain and the body. The National MS Society is the largest private funder of MS researchers in the world. They're investing more than $1 billion to date. MS stops people from moving, but the National MS Society exists to make sure that MS doesn't. To contact the National MS Society, please call 1 800 344 4867. Once again, 1 800 344 4867. Or go to their website at nationalmssociety.org. Also of note, we are still raising money for the National MS Society through A Venture to a Cure's fundraising page at rebrand.ly/A Venture to a Cure. Again, rebrand.ly/A Venture to a Cure. This effort will last through the end of the month. Thank you for those who have donated money to this amazing organization. It touches me in so many ways and over the 1 million people who have multiple sclerosis in this country. And I appreciate all of you. And on that, it's time to talk. I'm stepping outside because it's not pouring. And it's not 6 to 8 inches of rain outside, and the power is on, and the water is coming back to normal. So I figured I'd cut this outside. So I am. And I'm here to talk about anything and everything. Because this is the Venture Forward. VF Talks. Good afternoon, or good evening, or good morning, wherever you may be, and welcome to the Venture Forward VF Talks. I am John Venturini, and this is a conversation about anything and everything, because that's what we do on Fridays. And we do this on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch with all of you. So it's an honor and pleasure to see all of you this afternoon, evening, or morning, wherever you may be. And I just want to say hi to who's first? Who is it? Do you have your? Yeah. It is Austin. Austin, how are you today? Hope you're doing well. We got Marcus over on YouTube. Hope you're doing well. We got Sammy. Sammy, always a pleasure to see you. And he says the bad weather of PA. It was bad this week. Ida definitely was ruthless, and we'll talk more about that in less than 60 seconds. So stay right there. Austin, a fan of the theme song? A lot of people are. I love that theme. Sarah, hi, how are you? Got a story about Sarah we'll talk about in about 2 minutes' time. She says, hi, JV, no selfie. What were we thinking? I have some suspicions. We'll talk about that soon enough. Austin basically equating the theme song to a comment that I wish that I was a madman. And Marilyn saying, hey, everyone, it's Friday, woohoo. And then there's this thing, all things YouTube. All things YouTube. Says hi to Marilyn, Marcus, and everything. I wonder who this all things YouTube. Oh, I think I know who this is. That's Matt Haas, ladies and gentlemen. That is Matt Haas, and I should, that's right. Testing, 1, 2.
Greetings.
No?
Hello.
There we go. And Paul?
Hello.
Good. Scare me for a second. That's awesome. Thanks. Appreciate it.
How are the levels? Are we all about the same volume? Audience,
the levels
let us know.
fine. For some weird reason, my background's on the background, but that's fine. Let's see if that does anything. It doesn't matter.
What's the background going to be?
Little thing up there. It's fine. Whatever.
It's a nice blue background.
Yeah, the blue background, and then my ceiling and the whiteboard in the background.
I cannot reach above the blue bar.
I know.
You can.
I know.
Try it, John.
It's magic.
See, look, John's got special abilities.
And I go like that. It's incredible.
Ooh.
Whatever you're doing, you're probably pushing the computer by rendering another video feed underneath all of this. That probably doesn't need to be rendered.
Matt, funny fact, I have like 15 feeds going on right now. Austin says, Marilyn says, hey, and then of course Austin's cooking mac and cheese.
Ooh, nice.
Austin, in the comments, what kind of mac and cheese are you making? What kind of culinary delight are you making right now?
Let's get into it. From
Let's
the
get into
box,
this.
Or from?
Are we talking truffle
fresh?
mac? Fresh?
Is it the one with the powdered cheese or the cheese you squeeze on?
Austin over now on Twitch, because, multiple personalities, says, Paul Burke, why does he look familiar? He kind of looks like Turner Stone.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Nope, it's just me. I shaved today.
You look
Going
fine.
smooth. Thank you.
Fine.
Thank you.
Thumbs up for shaving.
I look like a deadbeat. So,
Sarah's here.
looks
Hi,
good.
Sarah.
Sarah.
Glad you
How are you?
popped
Hey,
in.
Marilyn. Hey, Sarah. Hey, Marilyn. What's up? Hello.
And Austin says, boxed Kraft mac and cheese because he's lazy.
Got to go with the classic.
It is the classic.
Friday night,
though.
baby.
Friday night.
Friday night action.
That's
Living
right.
on the edge.
Boom.
Long weekend. There's a weekend or there's a holiday on Monday.
There's a weekend and a holiday. A holiday in the weekend. It's a long weekend.
It is. I took the day off today, so I have a 4-day weekend.
Nice.
Yeah.
Did you do anything fun today?
No.
Okay. Well, there you go.
I sprayed for weeds, and I watered my ferns, and I cooked dinner, and I watched Gloria's live stream on LSP, and then I did the Lita Rap Party, and that was pretty much my day.
Matt, when you say watering for fern, that's not code for anything else, is it?
Well, if it's code for putting water in my watering can and then watering the fern plants I have hanging outside, then yeah, that is code for that.
Okay, well, there you go. There you have it.
Yeah. So what did everybody else do? Paul, what'd you do? John, what'd you do? Let's hear it.
Let's hear this.
Oh, I'll start first. It's been exciting, guys.
Alphabetical order.
I worked, but I started the day by waking up and then working out, and that felt really good. And yeah, that was great. That was a lot of fun. You ever work out and try to look at the people around you and just kind of see how fit they are, but you also don't like want to make like eye contact with them, but you kind of want to know like in your general region, how do you rank amongst everybody else?
Well, that's
Am
an
I crazy?
awful lot of caring what other people might think of you, but no, I'm
That's a very good point.
You guys don't?
No.
not I.
Wow.
Einar's here. Hi, Einar.
Hey, Einar. As I lose my windows and everything, that's great.
No, but it's clear that troubles you, Paul. So that's not good.
Well, it doesn't trouble me. It's more just kind of like I just notice myself thinking about that sort of thing. So
Sammy has a question because he preceded it with the letter Q, because that's a thing. Does anyone know if Rex does funerals? If so, I will hire him for the funeral of the dead Sony A6100.
Oh.
Let me
oh,
ask
I'm
that
so
question.
sorry. Sammy.
Hey, Rex, do you do funerals? I can't say that. Really? Viewer discretion is advised. Rex says, "Fuck no." Okay, good.
Hey, I just want to share that I too am into fitness. I'm into fitness taco in my mouth. I'm here all night. Tip your waitresses.
2 shows nightly. You can't be at 9:30. Can't. Austin says, "Have you ever worked out?" Yeah, Paul. I believe I have once or twice.
Okay, Austin, you've drawn attention to the fact that I pause my sentences at very odd moments. I understand that, Austin. I'm trying to be better at that.
I like it. I like when you do that because people hang on to hear what you're going to say next. It's a great technique.
Paul, I think I'm going to have a cup of coffee.
Guys, have you ever died laughing at a joke? No. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've come close. I've had people ready to call 911 because I will not stop laughing. That happened 3 times in my life. I call it a laughing fit. And it never happened in the recent history, but sometimes something will just hit me and I'll just laugh and everyone's laughing. And then they start laughing at me because I'm still laughing. And then they start getting worried because I won't stop laughing. It's very awkward. It's a very awkward 20 minutes. Anyway.
It's a very awkward 3 days.
Do you know what set me off the one time I had the laughing fit? My friends almost called the paramedics. We were watching MTV. This just dates you how far back this goes when they actually played music videos. And you know that song, Same As It Ever Was?
Oh, Talking Heads.
Yeah, Talking Heads.
Nice.
Well, they started to that music video has clips of old National Geographic specials or whatever like that. And for whatever reason, tribesmen were going like this: 1, 2, 3, 4. It was like, Same As It Ever Was. Same as ever. And I looked over on the couch with because we were all drinking beers and partying, watching this thing on TV. And my friend's dog was laying down on the couch and he was doing that to his dog. Not hurting the dog, but just kind of, I don't know what it was. I just started rolling and we all started rolling. And then, as I said, and people were laughing at me because I wouldn't stop laughing. And then they were concerned for my health because I wouldn't stop laughing. Anyway.
Yeah, I mean, there was, 911 was called. I mean, it was horrible. Sarah wanting more information on what happened to the A6100, and Sammy goes on to say that I had my Sony plugged in the bad storm, Ida. Also, it was plugged in when there was a tornado in New Jersey and 2 power outages, and then it stopped working, and now I'm going to get a new camera.
That sucks. That's too bad.
That is horrible.
Sammy, do you have a backup? How quickly are you going to get this new camera? Are you taking next week off? The world needs you, Sammy. You can't.
In my mind, Sammy has a basket full of backup cameras. He just picks one off the top and just
right off the top. He actually shuffles it, and then one flies across the room and lands, doesn't know where it happens. Hey, it could still work after it drops. Who knows? Who cares? And then he picks it up, and yeah, it's great.
Exactly. They're buried under his mountain of old vintage MacBook Pros or MacBook. Yeah, MacBooks. Yeah.
CK on Facebook, how are you? She says, wow, this is craziness. Paul B. and Matt Haas, JV, you're brave to have these two guests on at the same time. Yeah.
I give it about 10 more minutes before the show goes completely off the rails. So you
CK,
got here at the right time, KC.
Well, interesting.
CK, sorry.
You spelled Matt Haas's full name, yet you just said Paul B. Too lazy to spell my last name? I see how it is.
What up with that?
And look, she spelled it correctly with the 2 A's.
2 A's.
Wow.
If you want to see something funny, go on to Google or go on your browser and type matthaas.com, but do it with the 2 S's.
Google? Go on to Google? Were you going to say that? Yeah. Oh my God. Go on to Google.
I meant go onto your Chrome browser and then type misspell my name with the .com, and you'll see a funny little animation that's snarky. This is what I do because I purchase way too many domain names. I need a self-help group because I can't stop buying domains.
How many domain names do you have now, Matt?
11.
Go up between now and last week.
I had 10 before, now I have 11.
Jeez.
And that's just for me, and I manage about 23 other domains for other small businesses. It's a problem. And I have 107 in my entire lifetime that I had admin codes for small business websites. Anyway, I don't do business websites anymore. As I phase that out.
Paul, do you have any thoughts on Ace Ventura?
Listen, I can't think of a funnier film than Ace Ventura. The scene that comes to mind is when he is bent over and talking out of his butt. A powerful scene. A powerful scene.
What do you think his motivation was in that scene?
Getting a breath mint. I can't take credit for that. That's a line in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
So, but that's a good. I remember watching that as a kid and just thinking, my God, this might be the funniest thing I've ever. How would a man think of something so funny as talking out his butt? This Hollywood, give this man every dollar because he deserves it.
Every waking dollar.
There have been scripts that have made it into the public where he was the star. I don't know which movie, but it said in brackets, Jim Carrey being Jim Carrey. They just let him go.
Paul B., you're not that top dollar yet to rate a full name call out. CK says.
Snap.
Well, that's interesting. CK, that's only why I use your initials and call you CK, because you're not worth the effort to say your full name.
Oh my.
Do you think oh man.
What a knockout punch.
Oh my.
Yeah,
what a knockout.
And Paul, that is where the guest chat is. Thank you. Got it right over there. Should we make things interesting and send CK the link? And we could have Crossfire.
Yeah, she's probably drinking coffee at a coffee shop again.
Oh.
Okay.
In that case, KC,
she loves her some coffee.
Iced
KC,
coffee or
now
cold brew?
KC instead of CK. That's good.
I mean, sorry, CK. Iced coffee or cold brew?
She doesn't deserve the proper order. It's KC now.
CK,
you're KC. You're Kansas
You two
City.
are messing with my mind. Okay.
Oh
okay.
man. Matt, do you want to send CK the link? Because I'm trying to get my.
I don't know how to do that. Oh, I can pull it off of your.
Pull it off the message. Yeah.
CK, I would send it to her, but our friendship is shattered.
Okay. All right.
Oh, that's true. Thank you, Sarah. She drinks chai.
Hey, Liz, how are you? Hope you're well. And yeah, she does drink chai. A lot of people drink chai. A lot of chai drinkers. A lot of chai
lovers.
Yeah. So CK, you probably got the link, and
yeah, I sent it.
Cool. And if you do, then we get the 4 panel.
Did she even say she wants to come on? Maybe she doesn't.
No,
come
no.
on.
We just throw the links and see what happens.
That's how we roll.
Matt, I'm not sure if you remember a day where we just put the link up on the screen, and then random people would troll us,
Okay,
and then we're not sure if they're being held against their will, or it was captivating television. It wasn't even
We
television.
have someone new in the chat. Elizabeth, hello.
Yeah.
Greetings.
Austin says, I drink unsweetened iced tea.
So do sociopaths.
Yeah, that's a good point. Are you a Tetley person, a Lipton? Let us know in the comments.
Oh, I'm kidding. Kidding.
So long weekend, big plans for the long weekend. What do you guys have?
Wood shop.
Wood
I'm
shop.
going to be making things in the wood shop. And I'm going to go to Home Depot and I'm going to buy a whole bunch of stuff. And so I'll be up to my eyeballs in sawdust.
Steffi says, well, hello, friend. Steffi of Lita fame and prestige.
Hi, Steffi.
Well, hello.
How are you?
Greetings.
And Austin recounts the fact that he did do Lita from jail.
Oh,
that's commitment.
Yeah, that's commitment.
How did you smuggle in your streaming device? Wait, don't answer that.
Also, he's only 16, so the fact they put him in jail is pretty, like, he clearly did something that warranted
crimes against humanity. Yeah.
Yeah, you think they put him in juvie or something, but no, they put him in general population.
Yeah, they're like, we can't let this big fish go. We gotta put him in the regular
The reason
population.
why Austin won Lita, though, is he did 3 days from the hole, from solitary. So that was amazing. It's absolutely amazing.
Yeah, that was impressive.
Sarah,
I'm impressed they have
17.
signal
17,
there.
yeah. And then Austin now throwing shade back at you, Paul. How old are you? 50?
Wow. That's something a 16-year-old child would say.
Sarah says prison is aging him.
Oh, I'm just rude today. I'm sorry.
Rude.
I don't know why
lot
it
of
is.
shade. A lot of shade.
Did you see that? Did you see that meme where 8-year-olds were trying to describe what it's like when they're 40, or what they thought it would be like when they were 40? And you're like, I walk with a cane and can barely move. I'm like, oh.
Did it involve prostate exams?
Oh, wow. That starts at 50.
Steffi saying, damn. And CK saying, Paul B is getting roasted today. Again, not honoring you by Burke, just as Paul B.
Yeah. She's a busy woman. She's looking for a place to live. She doesn't have time to write the rest of the last name.
Can we mark a timestamp? Because I think the show is officially off the rails.
5:38. 5:38, Friday, September 3rd.
Someone note that in the ledger.
Look, Austin, I can't fight you because I have to make sure my hands are holding on to my walker at all times. Because if I don't, Austin, I'll fall over and then you win by default. So how can I fight you? I'm an old man, Austin. You want to beat up an old man? Now we know why you're in prison.
Yeah, you shouldn't do that. The more you know.
Marcus, Paul versus Austin. Ooh, a new YouTube fight. You loved Logan Paul fighting people. Now Paul versus Austin.
You think Logan Paul's great fighting? Try Paul Burke. Watch this.
Who's better at smack talking though? Oh, David's here. Hi,
David with beat him with the walker. Texas Ranger.
I will. Thank you for that, David. Good advice. That's great advice.
You could be like Carl from Up and fight with your walker. That's great. I didn't know we were violent people in this room. I mean, you could take them.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
well. So this weekend I'm gonna go watch. What did you say?
I said you could take them. I'm thinking about how you would take them. Take them down and
take Austin.
Yeah, win the fight.
Oh, yeah. Probably what I'd do is I would go to Indiana, and then as he's approaching me, I would jump in my car and start driving and be like, follow me. And he'll be like, I don't have a car. And I'll be like, I win, and just drive off.
Flawless victory.
Smart. See, he uses his smarts to win.
That's right. Uses the
But
brain.
then Austin and I would go celebrate the fact we get to hang out together by eating at that one restaurant he's always talking about that has donuts like the size of like small babies. I don't remember the place.
You like
Someplace.
donuts the size of small babies?
I'm not saying I like him. I'm just saying he's always saying how huge they are.
Matt, do you like donuts the size of a small baby?
I don't care. I'm sorry I made this analogy.
As a matter of fact, I do.
There you go. See, there's always a fan. Austin says if you do that, Paul, I'll throw corn at you. And Austin reminds you that that's the Essen House.
The
Essenhaus. Essen House. Can you use that in a sentence?
We're making Steffi hungry.
Steffi, I'm sorry. Now I'm hungry too. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm hungry as well. We're all hungry.
I just ate dinner and I'm hungry now as well. So
much so that you're putting corn emoji into the comments. That's great.
Yeah. Well, I don't eat much corn anymore because of my diet. So hungry for corn.
No on the corn, huh? Extend on the corn.
Einar, you monster. Putting a pizza emoji? How dare you?
Thank goodness he didn't put a taco, or that would really, really hit me hard. Hit me in the feels.
See, the funny thing is Austin's still making mac and cheese.
Well, that sounds delicious now.
Yeah.
I'm just going to stare lovingly at my taco.
Okay, that's between you and your I don't get that one.
Guys, what are we excited about? What's doing it for us?
Items go on sale at Costco at the top of the month, so
there you go.
I'm gathering up some
Costco
awesome
sale.
items. Yep.
Because we talk about things that end with the letter O here. We either talk about Costco or we talk about Fogo.
When I walk into Costco, they're like, "Mr. Haas is here. Welcome back. You're gonna move our bottom line into the black because you spend so much." Like they see me coming. I just spend recklessly.
Steffi says it's a liquid dinner. It's Friday. And Sarah reminding us that Essen means, wrong graphic, John. Sarah says Essen means eat in German, a wild name for a restaurant.
Oh, okay. Now we're talking. Now I'm learning something. That's interesting. I didn't know that.
What's the difference between Californian blood and Indiana blood?
I think he's suggesting that we have avocados here.
Okay, got it.
I think he's saying that's California style. Oh, so I'm watching this TV show on Netflix. It's called Motel Makeover because I'm a sucker for that sort of stuff. And it's with these two women who are, they're creating this motel, or they're remodeling a motel. They are doing the classic, and it's cracking me up every time they talk, where it's that classic East Coast where they draw out every letter at the end. It's great when they talk about wallpaper. It's like, I don't know. Is that like a Connecticut thing? I don't know where it's from, but I've heard that it's
Western Connecticut.
Is that what it is? Oh, it's so funny.
Maybe from Fairfield or
maybe
Greenwich.
I don't know, but yeah.
Well, I thought it was maybe like a California thing.
I don't think so. They're from the East Coast.
But maybe not Southern California, right about the 405?
Oh, yes. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, the Californians. Yeah, it does. It does. Interesting. It does kind of sound a little bit like that. Interesting. Maybe I'm totally wrong.
Maybe it's California.
But I know they're from the East Coast. Interesting.
Maybe they're...
I don't know.
Now
maybe they're bi-coastal.
You're getting into vocal fry.
Yes.
Don't do the vocal fry, folks. It's not attractive.
David Ryan calls Costco the $100 store. And Sarah says, Matt, me and my 5 kids will give you a run for your money at Costco. See, I can't stop doing it now.
Yep, shopping for 5 kids, man. Woo! I had to shop for 1 kid family, and that was a lot. I don't know how people with multiple kids do it. I just don't, especially if you've got more than 2, because then they're all at different sporting events at the same time, and you have a mother and a father. Who's going to pick up the 3rd kid? You gotta like enlist people just to like do things normally. I'm blown away.
Steffi puts the delimiter there. Target is the $100 store. Costco is $200 a pop. So 200 times 5, that's a grand. That's a grand.
Yeah.
Yeah, Steffi, that's a great point. I've never got out of Costco under like $200. That is a pricey little store.
And
I go there
Essenhouse
to
is
buy.
an Amish restaurant, so you're right. It is wild, Sarah.
All I want is $4.80 bucket of lettuce of mixed greens, and I end up with $200 every time. All I need is that $5 bucket of greens, and I walk out $200 every time. Curse you, Costco.
Hey, Sarah, and how are you? Sarah says, asks Austin family style. So is it family style Amish we're talking out there? And then CK has been enlisted to be a supportive parent for my for my friend's kid at soccer matches.
That's freaking adorable.
Yeah. How else are you going to do it? I mean, you got to bring the grandparents in. You got to bring, I mean, anyone and everyone that kind of just do normal stuff. It must be exhausting. Just must be exhausting.
That is honestly, that is one thing I miss not having kids is like Saturday soccer games. Like that was so much fun when I was younger and everything. Man, I do miss that for sure. Not a reason to have a child alone, but I don't know. Pair that idea with one other reason, and now we're talking.
Sarah says, "What do you mean? I thought $200 was a minimum spend."
Sounds about right. Especially when they got these SSD hard drives for $100, and you can't help but buy a whole basket full of them because they're so.
Is that today's special of the day? Is that the deal of the day here?
They I don't know. Costco is just on a whole other level.
Steffi says, level. Paul, you could still go to Saturday soccer games, pick a rando kid, and cheer them on. But then Sarah makes a really good point. Says, kind of sounds like a creepy uncle there. So I mean, you got to weigh it out. Got to weigh it out. Great suggestion, Steffi. But Sarah bringing up the obvious consequence of said thing.
That is really funny. I do have nephews and nieces, and I will go watch their soccer games. So I am getting that fix of Saturday soccer. It's fun.
CK says, Paul, I'll be your child and play soccer so you can watch me play.
Oh my.
That's funny. CK, you live a very far away. So what you're going to have to do is like set up a webcam at your soccer game, and then I could just watch you play through the webcam.
Stuffy says, which kid is yours? The one with the legs over there.
You have to be really generic in the description of your kid. See the one over there? That's short, tall, dark hair, light hair? Yeah, that's mine.
See the one moving? That's
Sarah
my
says,
kid.
so you are the creepy uncle? I think she's trying to ascertain that now. Paul, Sarah says, Paul, look, uncle. We could really use the help on Saturday mornings if you need your fix.
Paul used to be the creepy uncle, but after my tutelage, he now shows the candy before the kids get in the van. See, before.
Oh, God. Perfect time for me to bring up Roy's comment. What's up?
Hey, Roy. We're packing the place. Hi, all you awesome people. I'm glad everybody's here.
Austin says, Paul, you can come to my sporting games that I'm not in so you can watch me help kids help themselves so they can help other kids. Austin being the humanitarian of the hour. Austin, bless you.
Wow. So I'll sit back and watch Austin being supportive and be like, way to go, Austin. You're doing a great job supporting those kids. Good.
Paul doesn't support the kids. He supports Austin supporting the kids.
Austin, good technique.
I'm a fan of
yelling
supporting
at that child.
I'm a fan of supporting. I mean,
oh my God.
Sarah will set up a laptop with a live stream and you can cheer them on. Paul, CK would choose the kid sitting on the bench.
Be like, that's my kid.
That's right.
Oh, did I ever tell you guys when I played baseball what I did because they put me on the bench so much? Have I told that story?
No. I've not heard it.
Okay, so I used to play baseball, not well. And they would often put me on the bench, or it was like right field, and the right field is like reserved for the bad player. Because I would often like stand in the right field and be like, "Oh, look, dewdrops on the grass. Isn't this beautiful?" So when I was on the sidelines, though, in the dugout, I was so bored. I just started organizing everything. I would put yeah, Sarah, you'll love this. As a minimalist, Sarah, you'll love this. I started dusting the dugout comically, and everybody started laughing in the audience, and I'm like, now we're talking.
Comically.
So, well, because it's all dirt, so it's like it looks stupid to dust it. So I was dusting it. I was organizing the hats, the helmets. Shows how good I am. Organizing the helmets.
It works either way.
Create a little pyramid out of the baseballs. The coach was not pleased. He wanted me to sit there and really think about not being good, and I was like, I don't have time for this. I got things to clean, sir.
You'd have made a good bat boy for
Baseball
a
clean
double
with
A
me, Sarah
professional
says.
baseball team.
There you go. See, yeah, exactly, sir.
My son was a bat boy for the Harrisburg Senators. Funny conversation. He says, "Dad, this job is awesome being the bat boy." He says, "I can eat as many sunflowers as I want and spit them all over the dugout." He says, "But at the end of the night, I have to sweep it all up." And I'm like,
that's exactly
son,
why you end up as a theater kid.
Yeah.
Like, life's not fair.
Well, it's funny, and let this be a testament to anybody. I wasn't a theater kid in high school. In high school, I was like a sports jock guy, but when I was in elementary school, I wasn't good at baseball. But then I found theater later in life. So you can find theater at any point in your life.
Steffi asks Harrisburg, PA.
That's correct. Capital of Pennsylvania, which is a very small city for being a capital. It's almost comically laughable.
Here's a comment from 2 weeks ago. Stephanie says, "Just don't show up smelling like pot like the rando guys behind me at my daughter's last band concert."
Oh, no. No.
Bunch of stoners.
And then Saren, who put this comment up 3 weeks ago, says, "Well, I mean, if that's what gets his rock candy off."
I see what you did, Saren. I enjoy it.
Steffi used to work in Harrisburg. All right.
Yes, she did.
Good deal.
Is it a nice city?
It's small. It's small. It has very nice things about it, but it is no Philadelphia and it's no Pittsburgh. That's for sure.
Steffi says, "Ha ha 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 ha, 5 hour." Well played, Saren. Saren says, "Thank you." Steffi says, "No, it's not a nice town."
No, it's not. And Saren's like, no.
And Saren is no. And what I'll say is, and I'll be fair about this, Harrisburg is tolerable because my friend lives in Harrisburg. That guy.
Me. Yeah. I'm Harrisburg adjacent. I'm across the river from Harrisburg.
It counts. It counts.
Second Street's not bad. They've got restaurants on Second Street, and it's basically a party from Thursday to Friday and Saturday. It's crazy.
Tuesdays as well.
I used to go. There used to be a club out there. We used to go there, and it was just insane.
Steffi says, "I was told to never look at car drivers in the eye in Harrisburg because I would get mistaken as a call girl."
Ay.
Especially by a certain place on Hannah, maybe? No?
Harrisburg is an embarrassingly small capital. I mean, it's like 12 buildings. It's the entire downtown.
Sarah says it's always good when someone looks someone what a place is like, and you say, "It's small."
It's small.
Yeah, you don't want your cities called that, and you don't want your man to be called that.
That's right. CK says it's nice to drive through Harrisburg.
Yeah.
It's got nice roads. It's got great streets.
You got the turnpike that runs right through it. It's great.
Ooh,
a little bit of 83. You got a little 83 action over there. It's good.
Yeah. Any nice notable overpasses we should make note of while driving through?
Big train, like,
Yeah, you got the big train.
15 stories up. Yeah. Big train tracks.
It's awesome. It's the best train. Can't beat it.
And it's got a nice riverfront park, between
with a great minor league ball team.
Front Street and awesome minor league ball team.
Harrisburg, the Senators.
Harrisburg Senators, baby. That's right.
Stuffy says the
Because all
Department of Environmental Protection wasn't in the best part of town, which is like the whole thing, basically. But
Hmm.
Yeah. Well, when Mayor Reed was running the place, he got it. He got it really nice, and then he got voted out of office, and then it all went downhill again. It used to be the 10th worst place to live in America, Harrisburg, and then it became one of the top 10 best walkable cities, I think is what it was called. And now
Saren
it's just
asks who knows the best state capitol building?
I don't want to brag, but I think California is pretty great.
She
The
says
Sacramento
Bismarck, North
Capitol
Dakota
building
looks like a
is
wrecked
pretty nice.
member.
Interesting.
And Matt, I'm sorry, I'm flying these comments through because I've been these comments from like 5 weeks ago, so I'm trying to be really good with the comments these days. So I didn't mean to cut you off there. Sorry.
all good, brother.
You know who's like comment crazy, who posts comments like just nonstop? Have you guys like watched like Doc Rock?
Yeah.
He is posting like as his as his guest. Don't look him in the eye, Jamie. Don't look me in the eye. As like the guest is speaking, like Doc Rock is just like scrolling and just hitting post and post and post, and it cracks me up. It makes me laugh.
I mean, he's putting them on
I
screen.
should just do that.
Yeah.
Overpass with the flag on it. Oh wow. Sarah says Violet Oakley mural. Sorry, some are geeks, some are art freaks. And then Austin says, "Boy, those days in jail were hard." No, he says Indiana looks like the arm that attaches to the hand inside the midden that is known as Michigan.
Mm.
And that concludes
true.
National Geographic.
That's true.
So he puts up every single comment.
He does, and it's funny because sometimes the comments don't go with what the guest is saying, but sometimes like you can like try to find a connection, and it's just kind of fun sometimes to interpret what they're saying through the comment lens or vice versa. That can be a fun little game.
I've done that before, Paul, unintentionally, because I can be absent-minded with the comments, as I've demonstrated before on this show.
Well, you're getting a lot of comments, and he gets a ton of comments as well, so I get it. You get a backlog 100%. So it's just funny sometimes.
The state? Maybe.
The state, like, do you want us to like mention states? Let's see how far we can go, guys. California, without repeating.
North Dakota.
Oregon.
South Dakota.
No. West Virginia.
Washington.
Vermont.
Oregon.
Montana.
Nevada.
Idaho.
Utah.
Oklahoma.
Georgia.
New Mexico.
Texas.
North Carolina.
Arkansas.
Alaska.
South Carolina.
North Dakota.
Ooh, I'm guessing here because I don't know if anybody said this one. Ooh, cross my fingers. Georgia.
Plasma. Austin's new question. States of matter, solid, liquid, gas. I went plasma. Yeah.
Nice move.
And then, of course, at that point, Mr. Hansen goes to bed. It's time to get some sleep here. See you all later. Nice weekend to all here. You have a great weekend. Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate it.
Later, NR. See you later, sir.
Do you remember the Friends episode where they tried to write down every state that they could remember, and Ross got 49, and it was the whole episode he was bothering him that he didn't remember the 50th state, and then someone new comes in and goes, "Oh, hi, I'm such and goes, oh, where are you from?" He goes, "Delaware." Ross goes, "Delaware." He couldn't remember Delaware.
You drive through Delaware and you forget about it because it's like that, and you're past it.
Yeah.
See, Austin, I thought Georgia might have already been said, but what can I say? Georgia was on my mind.
Georgia.
Gentlemen, is there a state that you always forget? For me, it's Missouri. I always forget that's a state. I'm like, oh yeah, that's a place.
It's so
Alabama's pretty forgetful.
The thing about Missouri is, I've actually driven through Missouri, and then I-70 right across.
Rhode Island is itsy bitsy teeny weeny, but I never forget Rhode Island.
Well, people get Rhode Island confused with Connecticut. They think it's just an extension of Connecticut. And it's not. It's Rhode Island.
Yeah. Oh, my.
I always forget that Indiana's a state. And then, honestly, I forgot Delaware's a state. A lot of people in Philadelphia forget that Delaware's a state. Just saying.
Some people know it as Chicago, but it's really Illinois. You know, there's more to Illinois than just Chicago.
Sarah says Delaware is the opposite of Nebraska, which is 2/3 too long.
Delaware has no state sales tax.
That's right. So if you want to go buy yourself the big piece of electronics, you just hop over the line into Wilmington. It's not Wilmington, it's Wilmington. The G is silent.
And then Delaware has only 3 counties. It's like so simple to understand as a state. It's like you have the top county, the middle county, and the bottom county. That's all of Delaware's counties. Like you go into Pennsylvania and there's what? 98 or 78
864 counties in Pennsylvania.
How many counties are in Pennsylvania? There's a crap ton. How many?
I think 38.
For the Keystonians in the room, if you can...
67.
67
counties in Pennsylvania. Anywho.
What's your favorite county, Matt?
Cumberland.
I'm gonna go to the restroom, guys. I'm sorry. I'm gonna miss this riveting part of the conversation, but I look forward to being filled in on what your favorite counties are.
Well, there's Monroe.
Lancaster smells like horse manure.
Austin says, is Toronto and Ottawa a state or a province?
No one really knows.
No.
It's a mystery of mankind.
That's right. Saren's going for Delco as far as the counties of Pennsylvania. Let us know in the comments. Austin says Maine should count as a state with all of 5 people that live there. I actually know 2 people that live in Maine, so that's 2 of the 5 accounted for. I actually know 3 people lived in it.
It's too cold in Maine. A lot of lobsters.
David says Delaware actually has 2 parts, Upper Delaware and Lower Delaware.
Oh my goodness. Yep. Don't get me started on New Jersey.
Oh, is Sammy still here? Yeah, don't listen to the next 5 minutes. Oh boy.
The state slogan for New Jersey is, you got to drive through us at some point, because they have so many freaking tolls. You figure you go anywhere on the East Coast, you got to go through New Jersey. It's like an impossibility to go around it.
Sarah says we don't have counties in Australia. What constitutes one?
It's just a larger way to represent a big chunk of land. And they have their own government. You know, it's just a big bureaucracy, because you have the township government, you have the county government, you have the state government, and you have the federal government. A lot of government.
A lot of government, just divided differently.
Yeah. And then when you go to serve on jury duty, you got to go to the county courthouse, and that's a scary place.
Austin asks a question we were all thinking of. What about Kentucky? What about Kentucky?
I like their whiskey.
There you go.
And I like Tennessee too. Tennessee is looking really attractive. A lot of people from California are leaving California and going to Tennessee.
Hey, Paul, you ever thought about moving to Tennessee?
I've heard Tennessee's really pretty.
Yeah.
One of my good friends went to college there, and she loved it. I'm trying to think. This sounds really stupid. Nashville's in Tennessee, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Then I have been to Tennessee. I've been to Nashville. I like Nashville a lot.
Nashville's awesome.
Yep.
I took a boat right by the Tennessee Titans Stadium. It's very pretty.
Sarah says, I think it's similar to what we call city council as far as the...
Well, we have them too. I mean, it depends how big the area is that you live in locally. Sometimes they're towns, sometimes they're cities. If they're cities, you have a mayor and a city council. If they're towns, you have a board of commissioners. And, you know, it's just different way to run things, I guess, depending on the population size.
Austin asks, what about California? I hate everyone who lives there, especially the ones that have colored their hair ever. Just kidding, just kidding.
Yeah, California's full of a lot of weirdos. Fact.
California has a lot of people. Like, it's almost its own country. That's how many people are in there.
Hey, what do we got? 60 million? 45.
Wait.
I don't know. It's a lot.
You know, you can
Maybe
go
it's
anywhere.
45.
You can go anywhere in the country, and you'll see license plates from California and from New York and from Florida. They're just because there's so many people that live in those three areas, and you could also say Chicago. That there's a lot of people that live there.
So
too.
Illinois plates. Austin says, I have a feeling that the ratio of corn to people in Indiana is 100 to 1. 100 years of corn to one person.
I think you lowballed that big time. It's probably 10,000 to 1.
10,000 to 1. Do I hear 20,000 to 1?
I say 20,000.
I'm locking in my answer.
Let's look.
Survey says
Clang.
$100 on the board.
Top 7 answers. What state is more boring than Indiana?
Way more zeros. Yeah.
Saren says way more zeros. Were you ever thinking about moving to the Pacific Northwest there, Paul?
I like Seattle. You mean up there?
Yeah.
I like Seattle a lot. I went to Portland years ago, and it was really pretty. But I've heard Portland's kind of fallen apart. Not great.
I wouldn't.
But I really like Seattle.
Sarah's
I was
taking her leave. Gotta walk before dark. Enjoy your long weekend, Sarah. Great for you. Great stopping by, Sarah. Hope you have a great weekend and enjoy that walk before it gets dark out there.
I went to a business meeting in Seattle and spent 18 hours in the state. It was so ridiculous. We flew in, went to sleep, woke up, had the meeting, went to the airport, and flew back all the way from Pennsylvania to Washington State. Zero time to do anything. I'm like, what a waste of a business trip. I can't stay out there an extra day. I was mad.
Apparently we color coordinated well.
Yeah.
Look at this.
That's orange.
Yeah.
Brown. Darkish brown.
Darkish brown. I'm going to actually move me back to the live panel because this background's annoying me. Let's see what happens over here. Hang on one second, guys.
Okay. Please.
Get you back on. Oh, that's just you. And that's me. And that's Paul. That's better. This is better. You could see more of us and everything. It's good. And then you guys are on mute, which is awesome. There we go. Hello.
Oh, there we are. Great. Hello.
Yeah. Hey. What's the haps?
I'm trying to move around so I get the correct head size.
So
there we go.
Austin says Google says it's 175 bushels of corn per acre in Indiana.
It's a lot of corn.
Okay.
It's a lot of corn.
But what does Jimmy Crack corn mean? I've never
care.
been able to figure that out.
Jimmy Crack corn and I don't care. Jimmy Crack corn and I don't care.
Well, I guess is it a verb? It's not a name. His name isn't Jimmy Crack Corn. It's Jimmy is basically cracking corn.
Correct.
And somebody's indifferent to it.
Yeah.
Now apparently the color scheme is messed up.
How so?
I don't know.
You do not have purple behind you. Paul and I have purple.
All right, so maybe we just okay. So maybe
can you hide your camera until that's fixed and then come back, please?
Okay,
I can't believe people are still watching this.
There you go. You can still hear me, but you just can't see me now.
The disembodied voice of our host.
Oh. David makes a good point. And why doesn't he care? Jimmy Crack Corn. Why doesn't he care? Well, Jimmy cares but the person who's singing it doesn't care.
Yeah. The people around
that
Jimmy don't
song-
care.
So when you sing that song, you're basically saying, I don't care. So that song makes you always indifferent to the cracking of corn. It really puts you in an interesting state of mind.
Interesting state of mind notwithstanding. What does cracking corn mean?
It's code.
Is it like heating it up? Oh, is it popping corn? Jimmy's about to watch a horror film, and Jimmy can't do it without cracking some corn and enjoying some popcorn. It's Scream, baby. You need to have some popcorn while watching Scream, especially that first scene. Oh, Drew Barrymore, run.
Oh, Drew, run, please, Drew. For the love of God, Drew.
They're in the house. Ah!
Saren's laughing and saying, it's grinding. So cracking corn is grinding corn.
Well, now
Jimmy
we know.
grinds corn, and I don't care.
And
Yeah, I
it's
guess
more
Jimmy
than
cracks
grinding.
corn.
It's close grinding. So it's, viewer discretion is advised.
As opposed to far grinding?
Mm-hmm. You know what that means. Mm-hmm.
Close grinding? Yeah,
Right.
we all know what that means.
Right. Might as well play the dangerous song now. I mean, hey, that's what it comes down to, doesn't it? I don't even have it in my soundboard. What the hell I'm talking about? Austin says popcorn is disgusting.
Well, that's a bold statement on something
hot
that's
take.
kind of universally loved.
Them fighting words.
That's a hot take.
That is a hot take.
And Saren reminding us, course as in rough.
I see. Thank you for explaining.
And then Austin elaborating more, saying, I don't know what close grinding means. Can you please explain it to me? Nice.
Sure. You want to take this one?
I've had this the whole time.
Of course.
You didn't notice?
Yeah.
See? John doesn't notice anything about me.
That mustache does look like
your mustache, right?
That does look like you're into close grinding with that mustache. Oh, I almost got you, JV. That's always my hope.
So close.
Spit takes.
So close.
Spit takes.
So close.
Always my goal.
It'll happen.
I've been there, busted webcam. So close. It'd be like Sammy with his busted camera, but it's a lot cheaper. It's a webcam. It's like no one gives a shit.
You only use a webcam?
I use a webcam. I use a little webcam up here, webcam over there. No Sony's. Yeah, you know that.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
What do you think I use?
I just never thought about it.
Polaroid?
I just never thought about it.
Think I use a Polaroid over here?
Yeah, that's exactly.
Matt looks like the head chief guy at the end of A Way Out, or James Gordon.
Interesting. Now I got to play that game to see if Matt's in the final scenes.
And would you do that in 12 minutes?
Oh boy, that game took me a while to beat. That game took me. Hey, everybody, if you're looking for a good game and you're patient, go play 12 minutes. Like, truthfully, I was getting so annoyed playing that game, but damn, the payoff, like when it all starts coming together is. I'm not good with.
Should I bring
do
this
you guys
up on
like
camera
puzzles?
here?
Bring what up?
Matt is sharing something.
Oh, okay.
James Gordon. Does that look like me? Maybe.
But it fell off. It fell off.
It fell off. What am I gonna do?
What are you gonna do? What do you do? Nice
I
try.
don't know.
Nice
Drop a
try.
like.
But hey. Right.
Drop a like if this show is painful to watch because we're jumping all over the different topics.
Painful. This is Emmy award winning. This is for your Emmy consideration. This is
Look at the high production value we have. We can see
right.
below the frame.
Yeah.
Hi everybody.
Hi everybody.
Hello, howdy ho.
Howdy ho.
I'm eating all these words that go by. Jump, 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 jump. Now I'm mad.
There you go. Saren's rolling on the floor laughing. And Austin says, no, Matt with the mustache looks like him. apparently.
Yep. You got it. We got it.
That was a comment from last year, I know. I screwed
See,
that one up.
I only know coin-operated video games that existed in the 80s. I don't know all these new video games.
Sarah says, all this corn talk is making me feel bad for poor Loria with the hominy.
Hominy? What is that?
Hominy is a corn product.
Oh.
Not to be confused with polenta, which is the other side of the corn.
Hominy corn, but not straight off the cob, is whole kernels of dried field corn.
Now you know.
I don't think I've ever had hominy.
Well, Loria
Knowing's half the battle.
And Austin says, excuse me, YouTube. And Saren says, yummy. Now for Shiggles, I'm going to bring up comments from last week's episode.
Yowzers. Yowzers.
Like, I joke about this, but I'm thinking about it. Like, should I put up a side panel with the comments just freeform and let it? But then I feel like that could be a disaster. It's like having someone troll you.
Don't do it simply for the fact that it will give the three of us less real estate. We need to be large.
Faces deserve to get seen.
This is the moneymaker right here, John. You don't want...
Loria's parents made her have it as a punishment.
Oh, no.
Wow. That's troubling.
That is troubling.
Troubling.
Like, I don't know what to do this weekend. I have no
with
idea.
The Pop-O-Matic bubble.
Oh, you used to play Trouble? When was the last time you played Trouble?
That's a fun game to play. Any board game that has the Pop-O-Matic bubble is like high up on the rung of awesomeness.
So there's Trouble, but then there's also Headache.
That I'm less familiar with. Sorry's a fun game.
Did Sorry use the Pop-O-Matic bubble?
Nope. There's only one game that has the Pop-O-Matic bubble, and that's Trouble.
And Headache. Headache used the Pop-O-Matic bubble too.
It has a Pop-O-Matic bubble too?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I did not know that. My mind is blown.
Austin says, because YouTube sucks, I was trying to say don't forget to bring a towel, like Mr. Tally.
No, that's Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Don't forget to bring a towel.
Well, there's also Tally, South Park.
Well, okay.
Austin hates YouTube's auto mod.
Well, I mean, hey. YouTube isn't perfect.
No.
But it's a lot better than most of the junk that's out there, I'll tell you that much.
There's a lot of junk out there.
There is. It's called Twitch.
Oh, snap.
All the big streamers are leaving Twitch. Did you see it? There's like 4 huge streamers that said, bye-bye, Twitch.
Bye-bye.
And they're on YouTube now.
3 white guys talking about Costco, corn, and sorry. That's, if you had to put a description for this episode.
Welcome to VF Talks.
Welcome to VF Talks.
You got to put the oh my at the end. Costco,
Oh
corn,
my.
and sorry. Oh my. Lions,
my.
tigers, and bears. Oh my.
Yeah,
Well,
it's interesting with the Twitch like mini exodus right now.
Twitch is well, they had the Twitch day off where everyone didn't stream on Twitch for a day, which did absolutely nothing. But they were complaining about that.
Austin says, my childhood trauma food is tater tot casserole.
Ooh, that sounds good. I'm not going to lie. I love me a tater tot.
And you like
Now
casserole?
you slap it in a casserole. And I like a casserole.
Arugas has tater tots with melted cheese and bacon. And they're delicious. Not on my diet anymore, but delicious nonetheless.
Do you guys watch any like YouTube gaming stuff?
No. Unless you're playing that sus game with
Among Us.
Among Us, yeah. I watched Paul Berg play Among Us. That's the extent of my gaming.
I enjoy watching Paul Berg play Among Us. It's one of the...
And suffer through 12 minutes.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Well,
I could watch Paul suffer through 12 minutes for about 5 hours.
Since Paul is an Among Us fan, I have a question for you, Paul. how much would you have bid on the McNugget that looked like an Among Us character?
Oh, was there?
If someone
feel
put
like-
a McNugget on eBay, because you know how one
man.
has like a little nib on the bottom?
Yeah.
It had one on the left and the right. It looked like an Among Us character. You know.
Oh, that's
this.
interesting.
Yeah.
I put a good $10 in for that.
Saren says, "Own who you are and be woke about it."
Yeah. This is my artist rendering of what the McNugget looked like. I think it went for. I think it went for over $100,000.
No, there's
Yeah.
no way.
Someone Google that.
Who's that? Who is pissing away Bitcoin money? Like, how is that possible? Who's
Sammy.
wasting money like that?
Sammy is.
Among Us Nugget eBay. There's new listings now. Can I share one? Let me share.
Matt, I don't know how. Do you eat a lot of McNuggets? Because that looks like a lot of McNuggets I've eaten. Like, it does not. I think a lot of. Yep, that's a McNugget, baby.
How much would you pay for this McNugget?
Did you see it's $600? Is that $600?
Well, this is just a current one. There was one that made world history because I think it sold for over 100,000.
No, there's no way.
There's no way.
Yeah. No.
Who is like that's 100,000? Like you could buy a home in certain places with like.
Oh, I know.
Who is doing? Like who is hiding money?
Look, it even autofills on the search term. Here, here's an article. Look, there it is.
$99,997 on eBay.
It missed 100 grand by $3.
It was listed or purchased?
Just sold. It just sold for an eye-watering.
I really think somebody who should really like you should hand deliver that to the person and just kick them in their nuts, because
that does look like the character, doesn't it? Is that a pretty accurate proportion?
Yeah. Saren says all McNuggets are supposed to look like those shapes, and there's 3 official McNugget molds.
A very sus chicken nugget shaped like an Among Us crewmate sells for $3 shy of 100 grand on eBay.
Like there's so many people. You could. I don't want to be that guy, but it's like you could feed so many people. You could do so much good with $99,000. You know, I'm super suspicious of that. I wonder if it was just a marketing company that bought their own product so they could kind of get into the. I don't know. Like, it just seems. Who would do that?
I think
would do that?
Sarah makes a good point. The fact that it was part of BTS combo. So BTS, I think, was pushing the price too.
Why the hell is this going on now? I can't get.
What's BTS?
I think it's a boy band. I don't know.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's right. Hang on one second. I'm gonna just get this fixed. I'll go back to 3-panel. It's probably better this way. Yep, there we go.
Oh, it was part of a. You got to like meet BTS or something?
I have no idea. I'm just thinking it drove the price up because it was associated with something that was culturally relevant.
Mm.
Oh, Sarah, now I'm desperate to know. Like, was it one of the BTS members? Like, they touched it, so you're paying $99,000?
No, I think it came in like a BTS Happy Meal or something. I don't know.
Austin sent Paul a bunch of weird Amazon products a couple days ago.
He did. That's true. There's like something that looks like Wolverine claws.
Saren says he used Korean sauces. All right.
Okay.
I assume that I think there was
South Korean.
South Korean.
Because there's no North Korean sauces.
Oh no. Oh no.
Big difference.
Cold.
Big difference between those two.
Huge difference.
North Korean sauces is just an empty plate.
That's right. With very little scraps. Sarah says, no, they just made a combo of their favorite foods from McDonald's with special sauce.
Oh, interesting.
When I think special sauce, though, I think of the sauce that's on the Big Mac. So is it that special sauce, or is it even a more special sauce that is not the Big Mac special sauce?
To all beef patty, special
Special
sauce,
sauce,
lettuce,
lettuce,
cheese,
cheese,
pickles, onions on a
on a
sesame
sesame
seed
bun. Right,
bun.
right.
Yeah,
Everybody
baby.
now. I'm just kidding. Like I don't crave McDonald's. I really don't.
I phased it out. I used to only eat the breakfast, and then
Mm.
I phased it all out. I'm like, I turn it down. People are like, Matt, you want me to pick you up at McDonald's? No, thanks.
Were you like an egg McMuffin guy, a sausage McMuffin with egg guy, hash browns? What?
Sausage McMuffin with egg, and I like the steak, egg, and cheese bagels.
Mm.
I could destroy those steak, egg, and cheese bagels. I loved them.
Austin says they had a Mac candle, a literal candle for Mac fans. Who do you think would buy that other than Sammy?
I really don't know. Renee Ritchie.
Possibly Renee Ritchie.
He'd do a whole breakdown on it. I love that guy.
He's a great guy. Great guy.
Yepers.
Also, by the way, Austin, congratulations on being inducted into Streamer Accelerator. That you're gonna be great with that group, and that's gonna be awesome. Did you see that, Matt?
Wait, what happened? I'm sorry.
At the end of the wrap-up party,
Mhm.
we gave Austin a free run into Streamer Accelerator. So
Oh, sweet.
yeah.
Oh, very cool.
I jumped off at the
Austin.
2.5 hour mark, so I didn't stay to the very end.
Austin, you did phenomenal work this Lita, and you definitely can do such amazing things. And this is going to be a group that you can definitely do awesome stuff with for sure. Sarah says, according to McDonald's, the items in the collection are inspired by some of BTS's menu items, such as hoodies, purple bathrobes, socks, and sandals.
Interesting. Sarah, are you a BTS fan? I'm very curious.
Anytime, Austin. Anytime.
That's neat. Yeah. Well, welcome, Austin. That's very cool. That's great.
Austin can do great things once he gets better internet. I don't know a live streamer that can work on a 28K connection these days, so I hope we can get you better connection over there, Austin.
At the very least, you can just kind of work on writing. I mean, that's easy. You could do blog post stuff or video. You can video post and then just like upload. That's awesome.
He can write jokes.
You can write jokes.
Try his 5-minute set and everything.
That's true.
Hey, do you offer tips and tricks for stand up?
Do I?
Yeah.
Not really. Like, I mean, I guess a lot of stuff in improv is applicable to stand up, but also stand up is definitely its own beast. There are some stand up comics who do a lot of audience interaction, and like those people I could help. But in terms of like,
that's risky. That's risky.
It's a real tightrope act, but some people are just amazing at it, and it's really awesome to watch.
Austin records videos and he has his podcast.
Cool.
And
Thanks.
Sarah, going back to the question, am I a fan of BTS? No, but my daughter is.
Gotcha. I don't think I've ever heard any BTS songs, or at least I can't remember any. But
Austin's asking, JV and Matt, would you want to be on said podcast? Sammy already took retro games for tomorrow. Are you game, Matt? Would you like to do Austin's podcast?
I'm always down.
Hey, Rich, how are you, man? Hey,
Rich
guys.
Vibes is here. Hi, Rich.
Rich is in the house.
Excellent.
Marcus says, when we were young, we had to fetch the internet at the well.
Marcus, good job on your stream yesterday. Great job on your stream. That was very cool.
I love watching all these people start growing some content. It's phenomenal.
Pretty cool.
Rich asks, how you doing? So Rich is asking, how you doing? Paul, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
Matt,
Rich,
how you doing?
Doing good.
Never better.
Hey, Rich, I'm doing all right. How you doing?
My audio is working, so I'm happy.
Marcus says, thank you, Paul.
You're welcome, Marcus.
Did CK leave? Because there was no more shade being thrown your direction, Paul.
CK had to go get dinner.
That's right.
Yes. So that's what she had to take off too. Otherwise, I'm sure she'd be very busy hurling offensive things at me.
Austin said, Matt, my thumbnail was good, but I did take some pointers to make the next thumbnail better.
I'm glad that helped, Austin. I'm here to help make people better on YouTube. So however I can do that, let me know, peeps. I'm very approachable.
Very
And I
approachable.
am not approachable, so stay the F away.
Matt is so approachable, you can actually have all-you-can-eat Brazilian steakhouse food with him.
It could happen.
Oh, that sounds good.
It could happen.
Matt, what was your favorite Fogo de Chão cut of meat from Sunday?
I like the sirloin, the top sirloin.
Mm-hmm.
I think it threw off my blood work that I got on Wednesday. I overindulged in meat on Sunday night, and then I had blood work Wednesday morning, so I think I was still in a meat coma.
Mr. Haas, your cholesterol is a little high.
Oh, it's through the roof.
Rich is doing good. All the better for seeing you guys. Well, it's good to see you, Rich. And Austin says, good. I don't like you anyway, Paul. I only put up with you because I'm nice. And, of course, for Callie.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, that part's true. I believe that. I believe that back end of the statement.
I didn't know you were the go-between. Had no idea.
Well, I think what he means is like, well, I think like what he means like he watches my lives, I guess. I'm not sure. I think he's saying he watches my lives because Callie shows up. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know what he means. Austin,
Paul,
you're a complex man.
I watch your streams because you're an entertaining mother. That's why.
Thank you, JV. Thank you, JV. At least somebody appreciates me.
You're welcome,
Austin.
Paul. You are
Austin. That's what somebody
genius.
Appreciating me looks like.
A great live streamer and a dear friend, and I will watch your live streams any day.
JV, I don't often say this to a lot of people, but your picks for guests are brilliant.
Thank you.
I have to say like that. That I feel like really just sets your live streaming like just stratosphere.
I love shows with Matt Haas in them.
I
just love them.
I do focus groups on which guests would be appropriate for the show VF Talks, and you guys gravitated to the top of the list because you guys are notoriously funny.
Available.
Great.
Just that's the only criteria. Available.
Very, very available.
So you know what? I've enjoyed a lot of your shows. The one you did with Jamie, I thought was really, really super, super great as well. And that was very recent. Just throwing that out there. If anybody's watching is like, oh, what other guests does he have on?
Would that be Jamie was summer episode number 7 of the main show, The Venture Forward, that aired a week and change ago? Yeah.
There you go. That's the one.
I would say take a look at it when you get a chance. Summer episode 7, a conversation with Jamie. Definitely one of the better interviews that I did over the last year. And Jamie was fantastic. Spot on, Paul.
It was super, super good.
Austin says, seriously, the reason I watch all 3 of you is because you are amazing and I love you all.
Right back at you.
I love you, Austin. You're incredible.
Right back at you, sir.
Saren says, John, I love it when you sweat. Wow.
You got Did you read what you said?
I know. I'm just letting it sink for a second.
Okay.
Oh, she meant swear. I got it. Yeah.
but I did enjoy it because I saw that first before she said autofill, and I was like, that's an interesting thing to say. But hey, to each their own. I'm not going to.
That's right.
Hey,
You never know what gets people going.
Hey, I don't know how you could pick that up on the other side of the live stream, but hey, whatever works for you.
Just a heads up, I got about 5 minutes before my Costco run. So.
Oh, Costco run at 6:40, 6:40 Eastern, 3:40 Pacific. On what channel is that going to be on?
The Mechanicsburg Costco channel 4.
Cool. Is that
Guys,
all things Costco?
Oh my God. Seriously, Matt, do that. Do all things Costco. Have you guys seen on YouTube, like there's guys, and I'm sure there's women too, but I've just seen this guy's channel that he does everything Costco. Like he does episodes where it's like, this is what's on sale. Who the blank watches that?
I do.
Who watches that?
I watch a channel called The Deal Guy, and he'll do all the big box stores, but he always has a Costco. Yeah.
Why is that a thing?
It's amazing.
That's amazing.
I love to see which items he calls, I eat this in the car before I go home. Like some items are like that caliber. Like he'll get like a pie or a cake. And he's like, oh, he even had a chicken wing. Like he was eating chicken wings out of his trunk of his car before he drove home with the haul of Costco.
And that was doing things for you?
I love it.
Oh yeah.
I love it.
Costco haul people are my faves. Man, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I don't understand this world at all. Because I'm like, wow, man, you can literally make anything something. It's impressive.
Austin says, the only thing I don't like about Paul is 2 words, earwax, or is it 1 word? Earwax is 1 word, I believe it is.
That's an Indiana education for you.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know if it's 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, go into that principal's office and be like, I want my money back. My parents want all their tax dollars back.
That's right.
You've not taught me earwax.
I want my property tax back. I want to get a rebate because you failed me.
Do you know what the chances are of you getting your property taxes back? Hell would freeze over before that happens.
Sarah says, people literally watch me clean my house, Paul.
That's true. You know what? To each their own, 100%. And honestly, I've watched some of your episodes too. So yeah, I guess here I am pointing fingers at Costco runners, and I'm watching you clean your house.
There's a channel that has over 500,000 subscribers. She teaches you how to do selfies. It's like you can make success out of anything.
You wouldn't think you'd enjoy watching someone organize their pantry, but it's actually really enjoyable, Austin says. Pantry organization.
I guess I'm just, that's true.
Well, I'm a fan of organization and making things better, faster, cheaper,
Stronger, yeah.
Has to make sense. Like the items you use most often need to be in the center of the pantry. They can't be off to the side. You use it the most.
Yeah, that's what they call the bell curve pantry.
That's
you got to put your most common
normal
items
distribution for us statistics people. Matt, do you have a Costco strategy? What is your strategy to traverse the Costco?
I think my strategy is the same as everyone else's strategy. I wander the aisles because you never know where something's going to pop up, and they move things around, so you got to hunt. And then if you see something you like, you put it in your cart. You feel a little bit of shame, but you press that emotion down deep down inside, and you just keep filling up the cart, and then you walk out with your haul after paying for it. There you go.
Marcus says, the only thing I would rather see than Sarah cleaning her house is Sarah cleaning my house.
Marcus, you are a funny guy, Marcus. You are like the quiet joke assassin. You drop some real winners in there. I gotta know, Matt, what do you buy in that fills you with shame? Like, what are you repressing? Like, are you buying a 12? What 12 pack of something are you like? I feel so much shame buying this 12 pack.
It's not food. It's the housewares and the non-food items that I just like didn't know existed, but I gotta have it. It could just be anything. It could be a bucket full of suntan lotion in the late spring, like when you need suntan lotion.
Which is better than a bucket full of posies.
Well, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah.
Can you,
it could be
Matt?
house,
Can you?
a lot of kitchen appliances. I'll
A lot of
buy.
kitchen. I'll take a 12-pack of blenders. I need 8 toasters.
I'll take 6 chest freezers, please.
I buy a lot of pans, pots and pans, because
Oh yeah, you love
they get
pans.
damaged a lot in my house.
This is how much of an influence you have, Matt. I actually sent you pictures of copper pans from Macy's last
Okay.
weekend. That's how much I was thinking about our conversation last week.
Awesome. They need to be able
Matt,
to
why don't
withstand the scratching, the abrasive sponges.
Why don't you start a channel called Peter Pans, where you just talk about pans? Because you're very passionate about pans.
Very.
I would do it just for the sponsorships. I want people to send me frying pans.
Vegan cookie dough and giant bags of Boom Chicka Pop.
Boom Chicka Pop. Oh man, I used to shove Boom Chicka Pop into my face.
I've
Which
never
is
heard
not
Boom
to be
Chicka
confused
Pop.
with Boom Chicka Wow Wow.
Yeah, that's different package.
Mm-hmm. I know what you're saying.
That's a whole other thing.
Mm-hmm. Austin used to get the 24-pack of Kraft mac and cheese.
Yeah.
Austin, do you like to put ketchup on it? I know it's a Canadian thing, but maybe it's migrated south to Indiana.
There's a Kids in the Hall episode where they were, all they ate was mac and cheese with ketchup.
Sarah's asking to Austin goldfish and laughing.
Oh yeah. The goldfish crackers, they sell in a huge barrel. Goldfish crackers. Something else I don't eat anymore.
Lots of goldfish. And of course, how can you not bite a goldfish without singing the jingle for goldfish?
I don't know the jingle for goldfish.
The snack that smiles back, goldfish.
Oh.
Right. Austin says ketchup and mac and cheese do not belong together. As the French would say, au contraire, mon frère.
Oh no, it's a thing. Ketchup and mac and cheese. It's a beloved combination.
Oh my God, Austin! I knew there would be something that would like deepen our friendship, and this is it. The idea of ketchup on mac and cheese is the most horrific thing I've ever heard of.
That's right.
And I love ketchup. I put ketchup on tacos. Like I love ketchup.
Well, you put it on cheeseburgers. That's like the same thing. Cheese and ketchup go together on cheeseburgers.
With the meat element, of course.
Why not mac and cheese?
But you would never put ketchup on a steak because that is heresy.
I feel like the cheese is a different consistency. I don't know. You know what? Who am I? Listen, I've learned a lot. I learned people love Costco. I've learned just saying Costco gets people talking in the chat. People are losing their minds about Costco. They're literally saying things they buy.
Austin likes to put spicy ranch on his tacos. Sorry, Austin.
Awesome. I'm gonna try that now too. I'll try ketchup on. Yeah. I'll try ketchup on mac and cheese.
Hey, yeah, hey, if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. Ain't no sweat off my back.
Yeah, next week, tune in for my eating taco and mac and cheese segment. And also, I organize my closets because these are things that people want to see.
This is what people want.
See,
this is what people want.
What is the secret to YouTube? We just gave it to you, folks.
Boom.
We just gave it to you.
Welcome to a special Friday episode of All Things YouTube on a different channel. But boom, there it is.
Yeah. I should get you some of my branding here. We can pop it up on.
There you go. Barbecue sauce on mac and cheese is good, Austin says. And Sarah would watch that. So I think you're onto something, Mr. Burke.
All right. Well, thank God I've prepped with having a ton of messy closets. Guys, we got weeks and weeks of content here. This place is a mess.
I mean, yeah. If it's a mess, then yeah. You should live stream it.
Yeah, get ready for my Paul Cleans Kitty Litter segment, which is really going to take the internet by storm.
Make sure it's in its own playlist because that's going to be gold, Paul.
Mark is saying the comment. Yes, I want to see the Paul in the Closet episode.
Oh.
You will, Mark it. I'm gonna get deep in that closet and clean everything.
Okay, internet, I'm going to jump off.
Austin says I would also watch that, Paul, especially after the blue cheese stream. Matt, best of luck at Costco.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good luck with all the people, man.
I'm gonna
I'll
take a
Instagram
guess.
my Costco haul.
And I'm going to say $437.12.
Oh, no, you might be close. Might be
I
close.
say 13 cents.
Wow. Wow. See, Paul's doing the whole Price is Right thing.
See,
You see that?
cutthroat tactics here, people.
That's right.
Cutthroat tactics. All right, it's been real. Have a nice long holiday weekend, everyone. Take care.
Matt, as always, a pleasure to see you. Take care of yourself. Have fun at Costco. I'll talk to you later, bro.
All right, bye.
All right.
See you, Matt. Bye.
And I'll put this back over here, and then boom, and then and that's
Well.
And then
It's
that's
just us.
wrong. Yeah, it's like God. That's look at that, even better with the graphics.
Ooh, look at that.
Oh my!
Look at that marbled background. Look at that sexiness.
Austin's saying $1,200.
Oh my God. Well, the way he was talking about SSDs, he was getting real excited about SSDs.
Yeah,
Like it could be $1,200.
yeah. It's like this is becoming serious coin.
I feel so out of the loop. I'm a Sam's Club guy. Like I've been Sam's Club for years, but I've never jumped over to Costco. I might need to do this.
Why?
I feel out of the loop talking to you guys.
Why are you a Sam's? Just for my curiosity, why Sam's Club and not anything else?
So it was convenience that I used to. It's a long story, but I used to sell water and like kind of like snacks and stuff outside a AAA baseball team locally, and I lived very close to a Sam's Club, so I would go get all my product there before driving downtown to sell it. So, yeah,
It's all location. It's all location.
It's all location. Classic real estate.
Funny enough, Matt and I have had conversations about, where they put Costco's, and it has a lot to do with the GDP and the gross income of the area in which the Costco would serve, and that's why you won't find Costco's all over the place. But like, it's hard to find all three of them in the same sort of town. When I say three of them, BJ's would be the third one.
Oh, we don't have BJ's out here. We only have Sam's and Costco. So, yep.
Austin hates Walmart more than he hates Apple, and Sarah can't believe this. She doesn't know how to feel about this.
Don't know how you feel about what?
The fact that Austin hates Walmart more than Apple.
Oh, I don't hate. Yeah, I don't know, Austin. You should walk into a Walmart. What do you hate about it? Like, I mean, if it's the people who shop there, that's not Walmart's fault. Also, what I think is very interesting, and I'm going to make some assumptions here that I know aren't universally true. People who shop at Apple, very different than people who shop at Walmart. Obviously, they're not completely separate. But I think it's very interesting, Austin, that you're like, I hate the people over here, and I hate the people over here. And I like this little narrow band of people who don't go to Walmart and don't go to Apple.
Austin
I
capital
like
letters
Costco
says,
Windows users. He likes
I'm
Costco
so mad
window
they took the
users.
potato skins away from BJ's. Austin's really pissed off about this.
Wow.
And Austin hates Walmart because it's too big and they're not good to their employees.
Well, they just did a dollar pay raise. They just did that universally across the board. So that's good.
Sarah's love of Apple runs deep.
Apple, man. Oh, I got a tablet this week, and it was only $125, but it's not comparable. In a lot of ways, it's not. I first got a $600 Apple iPad, and then I'm like, this is insane. I don't want a $600 Apple iPad. I'm only doing it to read comics on it. I don't need that. So I returned it and got like $125 one. And this one comes with a cover. It comes with a mouse. It comes with a keyboard. It comes with a little stylus. And I mean, if that was Apple, you're looking at 1,000 plus for all those things.
Yeah.
So I do like Apple, but boy, they got their ability to price is bonkers.
Saren has a belief on this that the corporate atmosphere of the companies is what he's referring to. Saren says that is not enough. Sarah takes it one level further and says, "My daughter's name is Siri."
That's amazing. That is a lot of love.
Austin says, "Though Sammy does want me to get a Mac, or he'll buy me a Mac." And Sarah says, "Sammy and I will have to work on you." Which,
that sounds like a real mobster move.
Yeah.
Like Sarah's like, it'd be a shame if somebody broke your legs, and that person was me and Sammy.
it's a real shame. It's a real shame what happened to your legs.
It'd be a shame if you couldn't walk anymore and you had to work on this garbage Windows unit. If somebody broke your legs, it'd be much easier to work on a Mac.
It's a shame that you used to have 4 functioning limbs and you only have 3 now, because
Oh, it's it's a shame you have to hear this Windows startup every day. You should listen to an Apple startup sound. It's much better.
That's right. And then you wonder, you think about that, and you think about the hacksaw over your limb over there. How you doing? Better that than a horse's head, you know what I'm saying? Marcus says, "That must be fun. Hey, Siri, wake me up at 6.
That's true. Yeah. How does that work, Sarah, at the house when you got to talk to your daughter? Like, do you just kind of like wake up all the units as you're shouting for dinner? Actually, I can't picture Sarah shouting for dinner.
Austin hates Apple because his grandma and him would fight over Apple and Samsung, and she doesn't give any good arguments for Apple. So for some reason, they just hate all Apple.
Yeah. Good point. Yeah, Austin, you're like, yeah, your grandma. Yeah, she doesn't know. She can't make arguments.
Sarah says, "Can you imagine me trying to be menacing?"
You know how I mentioned like Sarah probably like yells at everybody for dinner? I can't imagine Sarah doing that. I feel like Sarah like gets a little blue jay that flew in through the window and ties a little note to the blue jay's leg and then says, "Go find my daughter," and then releases it, and then the daughter reads the note. That's how I think she calls people to dinner.
Saren says that's not how mobsters talk. Real mobsters talk. It's not.
Saren, I think I know exactly how real mobsters talk. You take one look at his face and you're just like, that guy pretty confidently mobster affiliated.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm telling you, he's part of the crime family. Don't worry about that. Sarah says, "Oh, I say, 'Hey, Siri,' and all the things go off." And then Sarah continues to say, her teacher had to turn Siri as her watch kept chiming.
Interesting. You know what, Sarah, if you wanted to like improve Apple as a company, you should name a child Alexa. So then everybody is like, yeah, because then people are like, "Oh, I can't own any Alexa products. Everything gets triggered. I'll have to go settle with the Siri Apple unit." So you get them, Sarah, you get them into the Apple ecosystem by frustrating them.
Austin says, "Yeah, Paul, that's the grandma that calls you stupid."
Oh.
Wow.
Hey, what other streamer out there? Can anybody else say that grandmothers hate them? I have a grandmother out there who hates me. That's so.
Yeah, I mean,
I think she's secretly in love with me.
I do too. CK's, go ahead.
She's in Indiana, so let's be honest. She's probably like, what, 40 years old?
Pretty much. CK says, "I call that product crapple. Clearly, it's a bad apple if you can only take one bite out of it and leave it to rot."
Boom.
Boom.
CK, after her pheasant sandwich, coming back with the jokes.
Bam. Boom.
Bam. Boom, bam.
Sarah says, "Or Cortana."
Yeah. I do love that they named it Cortana after Halo. That is a delight.
What's wrong with my mobster impression? Is there something? Now I'm going back to that comment. I'm not really taking.
I think you did it. I thought you did it. I feel like I was in I felt like I was in Road to Perdition meets uh The
Deliverance.
Untouchables meets Deliverance. Yeah.
Sure got a pretty face.
Hmm.
Austin says, hey, Alexa, say 100, 100, 100, 100 in Welsh.
What is that? What is that?
Don't know.
Sarah, it was great hanging out with you. Thanks for
Yeah,
hanging out.
it's great to hang out with you, Sarah. Thank you for jumping on board tonight, this morning, this afternoon, wherever you are.
I gotta go and get kids all the places. Yeah, that if you got 5 kids, that's probably true. You just got to get them all the places. You're just moving chess pieces around all day.
Just be thankful that you're not Costco. Austin says you'll have to try it and find out. I guess.
I don't have Alexa. I'll never know.
That's got to remain a mystery. Like
I'll
a
never
Sarah
know.
McLachlan song.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Austin says, Paul, can we play chess sometime? This is like war games now.
Yeah, I play chess. I only play speed chess though. When I walk through the park and the old men are like, "Hey, come play with us, kid," and I'm like, "All right, but I only got 10 minutes for you, old man. I only need 5 seconds, but I got 10 minutes."
How do you win that?
So
You just
plays.
flip the table over, you flip the board over, and say, "Yeah, I win."
I knock the walker out of their hand that they're trying to walk towards me, and I'm like, "Catch me! If you can catch me, I'll play."
Come get me with your hover round and your hover round over there.
Yeah, good luck, buddy. Yeah, no, let's play, Austin.
Austin hates
But if
speed
we-
chess, but he needs to do a full stream of just you two playing chess.
Oh, that's gonna have a viewership of 0. But yes, 100%. Let's do it.
Just try playing that
I'll
in 12
play.
minutes.
I want to dress real classy though. I'll probably have like a fake smoking pipe and like a jacket. I'll probably green screen like a lovely library behind me, so it looks very classy. I feel like chess is a very classy thing.
It is a very classy thing. It's one thing I don't play a lot of chess. I'm more of a backgammon sort of guy.
Oh, I haven't played that in a long time.
Love backgammon.
One of my exes taught me how to play backgammon. It was a very fun game, and then I just never played since.
Austin says viewership of 0. What's new, Paul? Really, really funny guy over there, Austin. Really funny.
Really funny. But that is true. Austin actually probably could play chess on his slow internet. That's not a joke, Austin. That's actually pretty sincere. Like, you could totally stream chess. That's one thing you could 100% stream.
You and your Commodore 64 over there, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Your Apple IIe, right?
Oh yeah, Austin, put your grandma on. Let me kick her ass in chess.
Oh, put your grandma on, huh?
Put your
this
grandma on.
This got really racy quickly, didn't it?
Put your grandma on.
Can you tell my mind says, yeah, right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I get you. I hear you. So what are you doing tonight, sir?
Marcus says just make a tournament out of it, and the people not playing have to watch the stream. That makes sense.
That's true. It'll be a tournament of 5,000.
Tournament of not us. Tonight, not much. Tonight, I'll probably go get dinner.
Mm-hmm.
Probably
nice,
just
nice.
hang. You know, it looks like a nice night. Maybe I go out. I don't know. There's no plans. I don't really have much plans over to the long weekend either. Like I'm wide open.
Yeah, me either. I think I'll be streaming, just kind of doing some game streams and stuff, hanging out. There is a really good, I don't know if you've ever watched it, but there's a series on Netflix. I've been watching a lot more TV since I've been going to the gym more, because I'm like, what else am I gonna do? It's called Untold. Have you been watching Untold?
No, I haven't.
So there's one that is just so fascinating. It's like the untold stories of these big sports events and things you might not have heard about. And it talks about the guy from Connecticut who is what Tony Soprano was based on. I don't know if you ever heard about him before.
I so I have an idea of what this story is, but I've never seen it. I've never seen the Netflix series.
It talks about him. He bought a hockey team for his son. I had never heard this, and his son was only 17 years old, and this is all wild to me. And it's got other untold stories too, like Malice at the Palace, and it's I've been enjoying it. I'm really enjoying it. Like, man, it is. I feel like it's a golden age right now for. Maybe I've mentioned this before, and I'm a broken record, but I feel like it's a real golden age for documentaries. Like Netflix is just throwing so much money at content. Like the documentaries coming out are just so well put together. It's really astounding.
Yeah, I think, as far as things I'd watch on Netflix, or I gravitate to documentaries. For crying out loud, one of the movies I saw in a movie theater this year was a documentary. Right, I went to see
Which scene?
I went to see the thing about Anthony Bourdain.
Oh, I want to watch that. Did you like it?
Made me cry like a baby at the end.
Yeah, I kind of feel like that's going to happen to me too.
Mm-hmm.
That really hit me hard when I heard that one.
It hit me really hard, and if you're, I'll say this, and it's kind of my public service message, but if that's a trigger for you about, mental health and suicidal ideation and whatnot, I recommend you don't see that movie. But like, I'm good with it. I saw it, and it was really, really, really good.
Okay.
Yeah, and
it is
the thing
trigger,
is, he had a lot of video that he took from when he was back as a line cook to when he was a chef. All the stuff he did on Discovery Channel and whatnot, CNN. It was just really well done, and the sort of, he finally had a kid, but there was all those relationship issues and this, that, and the other thing. It was really, really good.
That's cool. I mean, cool and tragic. I mean, it's tragic, but
very tragic.
Yeah,
gone way too soon.
Yeah. Maybe I'll watch that this weekend. Interesting.
Austin says he has a podcast tomorrow at 9, and he has a Labor Day family get together on Sunday. So I assume 9 Eastern, right? 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific. There, Austin. I want to give you a plug. I want to give you a plug the right way here. 9 Eastern.
Austin, do you live stream those, or are those just recorded and then released?
And then he wants to see Free Guy, which was really good. I saw Free Guy as well.
Yeah, I like that too. I thought that I was really impressed. I enjoyed that. That was a fun.
I think the mechanics of the movie, if I took the movie for what it was and I didn't draw any sort of personal inference from it, was like a B plus B. I wouldn't say B minus, B plus B, but because of the story that I've lived in the last 30 plus months, and how much of that gravitated to me, is more like an A minus, because there's a lot of the sort of isomorphisms between what the character goes through and a life that you're basically reimagining, a life where you're trying to basically change anew here, right? So many isomorphisms.
I've never heard the word isomorphisms. Walk me through that one. What is it?
Isomorphism is a similar structure, but different, right? So if I say that, for example, me, it's philosophy, right? So like, being a libertarianism is an isomorphism from being a Republican that's not really being a Republican, that's democratic in the sense of social justice, but Republican by being way of fiscal justice or fiscal policy. My isomorphism means construction is the same, but different.
So it's almost, in a little way, it's almost like a synonym.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a synonym.
More from a philosophical structure, though. So you can't exactly say it's a synonym because you're talking about a philosophical system. So. Oh,
that's really interesting. That's something we do in improv all the time. We've never called it isomorphism. Isomorphism?
Isomorphism. Morphism. Isomorphism.
Okay, that's really interesting. Like in comedy, what we do is it's the idea of like a pattern, and you take that pattern structure and you graft it into a new situation. Um,
That'd be very
so
close
it's
to
very
that.
similar to what
Yeah.
it's very similar to what you're talking about. Yeah, that's very cool.
It's
Interesting.
a transformative isomorphism is exactly what you were talking about.
Got it.
Because you're drawing a transformation from one structure to another, so there's a bit of a
Mhm,
change to it, but it has the same sort of construct underneath it. So it's an
mhm.
isomorphism.
I like it. So it's like it's like a human being has a liver and kidneys, and it's the same human being, but it's got a different pair of clothes on it. It's kind of, and that's how I break it down.
It's
But
a crude example of that, but yeah, there's some nuance
I
to
get
that.
what you're saying.
Hmm.
That's very cool. What were we
I
talking
mean,
about?
if you ever
Yes.
read up on your philosophy or whatnot, you'll study isomorphisms. It's really interesting. I mean, being a math major, I definitely have taken plenty of share of logic classes and philosophy classes as part of my my bachelor's degree, but also some of the grad study work I did. So isomorphisms and studying isomorphisms are really interesting because you could draw so many parallels to many different things based on the
Hmm.
structure of something else.
It sounds similar to like the idea of mapping,
Mm-hmm.
like mapping.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. It's very cool. It's very cool. Um,
cinnamon.
yeah. So Austin, you'll like it. It's a good movie. I liked it a lot. I thought the actress, the one who played two different roles, well, I don't want to ruin anything. You'll see it. But I thought the actress was fantastic. I can't remember her name, but I thought she was fantastic.
Names escaping me too.
Yeah. But yeah, good movie. Very fun.
So you live streaming tonight then?
I I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Jury's out.
Okay.
Like, I gotta go figure out some dinner. I gotta go figure out what that plan is. But I'll definitely be streaming a little bit tomorrow. So yeah.
Yeah. I'll hope you do. Love your streams. Good stuff. Love when you do this
Thanks,
show.
man.
Love you're a great
Thanks.
co-host. I appreciate
This is
all.
fun. I love doing this show. It's very fun. I love hanging out.
Yeah, I do too. And obviously Matt, fantastic as well. Love the both of you. And
And what
I go ahead.
a killer audience tonight. Like so
Mm,
much fun.
very
Talk with
very
everybody. Thanks for hanging out.
very much fun. I appreciate all of you tonight for jumping on. Paul, I feel like I owe you a Fogo dinner now. I feel like when I'm on the West Coast, I think we should have all you can eat
Do it.
Brazilian steakhouse meat.
I'm 100% up for that. I love me that food. It's so
Maybe
good.
maybe you sneak up to the Portland area a day or two before the whole Vid Summit stuff. I'm up there. Maybe we go up there.
That's cool. That is so cool that you're going up there to hang out for a little while.
Hmm.
That's fun.
4 nights in
Yeah.
Portland and 5 days down in LA.
Oh, 4 nights in Portland. That's
Hmm.
cool.
Yeah.
Fun, man.
So
I
Vid
like Portland.
Summit is
There's some fun
28th
stuff.
through the 30th, and I will be in Portland the 23rd, 24th, 25th, and 26th. Be in LA
Cool.
the night of the 27th, into Vid Summit 28, 29, 30, the night of the 1st, and I fly back to Baltimore because I don't like flying out of PHL. PHL is horrible. I fly back to Baltimore on the 2nd.
Sweet.
Hmm.
Sweet. Who's watching the cat?
I got people. Watching
Nice.
the cat. Ashley will
Nice.
probably be watching the cats.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, Bruce. So adorable.
Oh, Bruce. Oh, Stevie. Oh, OJ.
Oh, Stevie.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's hang out tomorrow. And let's definitely we'll go enjoy some of Brazilian for sure. That sounds great.
Sounds awesome. Anywho, you have a great rest of your afternoon and evening. I'll see you
You too, man.
later. Thanks for
Yeah.
jumping on, Paul, and I'm just going to put a giant bow on this and call it a show.
Cool.
And then don't forget that
Have a good night.
next week we start at 6:30 Eastern, 3:30 Pacific.
Love it.
So I'm going to tell everybody
good.
that in a second because there is a time change. So I'll go through all that and then roll some credits and all that stuff. I do what I do.
Do what I do.
I do what I do.
All right.
Take care, Paul.
See you later. Bye.
Yep. Bye. And I got this, and I go back here, and then you got me again. There we go. Boom. Boom and boom. Paul Burke, Mitt Haas, ladies and gentlemen, and all of you on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch, thank you very much for joining us this evening. Couple of quick notes, because I kind of hinted to it as I was wrapping the conversation with Paul, but I might as well put this up on screen real quick. Starting next week, Venture Forward and VF Talks change times. Same days of the week, later. So you got Tuesdays and Thursdays for Venture Forward at 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 o'clock Pacific, and then VF Talks moves to 6:30 Eastern, 3:30 Pacific, starting next Friday. We were talking about this a few weeks back about should we be changing the start time and whatnot, and a lot of folks said, you know what, we should do the show a little later. And having a later start time is something that I think will make it easier for a lot of people to jump on, but personally and selfishly, it'll be a lot easier for me to do these shows as well at a later time. So starting on Tuesday, for the very first episode of season 3, when we start talking about self-care, that episode will air on Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. Then there will be an episode on Thursday. We'll go back to Tuesdays, Thursdays starting next week. Thursday's episode is called Another Opening, Another Show. There is a conversation scheduled for Thursday, but we have to have it confirmed first, so I wouldn't mention the person yet. But as soon as I know, I'll let you know. There should be a conversation on Thursday. And then Friday, 1 week from today, we will do another episode of VF Talks at 6:30 Eastern, 3:30 Pacific. Couple more comments. Austin says, as long as you're not streaming at 9 to 10 Eastern. I assume you mean PM? Yeah, it won't be 9. It'll be 8 to whenever, but not 9. Saren says, thanks, guys. And also says, yay, cats. Austin says, I'm still curious, is it O.J. Simpson? No, but she runs really fast. So it could be like O.J. Simpson. She hasn't had any sort of homicidal tendencies yet. And I say, yeah. So we'll see about that. Sammy says, is Mr. Burke going to stream tonight? We will see. Check your local listings for time and channel. And then Austin says, solitaire. Question, would it make sense for me to live stream a game of solitaire? Maybe. Maybe not. And Sammy says, I'm still watching, but I haven't been typing. LOL, I was taking a nap. Sammy, you take a lot of naps, and I'm glad you were taking one because it's always good to take a nap. I'm a big fan of naps, so glad you took a nap. We talked about everything on this show, didn't we? Anything and everything, as I promised you, right? So until next time, I'll say the same thing I say at the end of every single Venture Forward and VF Talks. Stay safe, stay sane, stay strong, stay sober. You're worth it. I'll see you Tuesday night at the new time of 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. Have a great weekend. I'll see you on Tuesday.
Heading to Vegas in my blue striped car. She's riding shotgun and she looks like a star. Yeah, she's got the style that makes you think she's made out of gold. She says she likes it better when we go off-road. Yeah. I'm gonna make it worth your while. I'm gonna make it worth your time. I'm gonna make it worth your while. When she's with me, we're like superstars. Windows roll down, radio on. I think we could go far. We don't need money. We can skip that part. All I want is her to be with me. She's got a ticket to my heart. The sky is blue, I got the sun in my eyes. It can get better than when she makes that smile. Yeah, she's got that style that makes you think she's made out of gold. She's turning up the volume on the radio. Yeah. I'm gonna make it worth your while. I'm gonna make it worth your time. I'm gonna make it worth your while. When she's with me, we're like superstars. Windows roll down, radio on. I think we could go far. We don't need money. We can skip that part. All I want is her to be with me. She's got a ticket to my heart.